Let's take a look at the All-Bova third team as far as players are concerned. Here you got Brad. Look at this. You got to start with an M here, except for Brad Sellers, the mayor, Kevin-Mchale of Minnesota, Glen-Rice, mateen-cleaves, and rumeal-robinson.
Wow.
Pretty good group, right?
Yes, sir. Brad Sellers from Ohio State, and certainly from St. Joe's.
All right, so tell me how that team would stack up against the Bova second team.
Okay,
Let's
check
see what
those
we
out.
have here. Joe-Barry-Carroll. Now, this is as they were college players, not necessarily what they went on to do as pros.
Right, and some of them did not go on to pros. But in that 4 years that I had them, whether they be freshmen or seniors, they, in my case, you know, they just stood out in my mind because I'd have these teams 6 or 7 to 8 times a year. And, you know, green rises to the top.
They weren't leaving after 2 years or 3 years.
No, not at all.
All right, so Joe-Barry-Carroll and Michael-Finley, Jimmy Jackson of Ohio State, Michael Redd of Ohio State, and Scott-Skiles of Michigan State. Now the All-Bova first team, let's take a look at that. Glenn Big Dog Robinson, calbert-cheaney of Indiana, clark-kellogg, isiah-thomas, and Magic Johnson. You know what, every time I see Clark-Kellogg, you know, people who watched and followed LeBron James and all, Clark was LeBron James before, and unfortunately had some knee problems and didn't get to do as much as he would have.
Right. Clark, first of all, Clark-Kellogg was always a real gentleman, and I always enjoyed being with Clark. But he was very passionate. From the time the ball went up to the time it ended, he just never stopped. He was one of my favorites.
He played for Eldon Miller at Ohio State, and that might have been a big mismatch for Clark.
Well, there are several coaches that have gone through there, and I remember Eldon being one of them. Eldon was kind of a laid-back type coach.
Very successful in the MAC.
Right.
But not so successful at Ohio State.
Right. Exactly right.
2-1.